What you're seeing on my screen here is the results for this account that I manage over the last 30 days. And as you can see, we have a 1.84 ROAS. And in that same time period, we've tested an ad set with a very unique approach. And it has gotten us in the last 7 days, 3.17 ROAS. That's an amazing increase when you compare it to the account average. And in this video, I'm going to show you step by step exactly how we were able to do this with a very simple change. And usually when I make videos about meta ads, I say that there isn't really that many hacks. You just have to do better overall strategy. But this is actually one of those unique and rare things that you can apply that's super simple to do. It takes you just a few minutes. And then you can see a remarkable increase in ROAS. As you can see here, this is a 72% increase in ROAS. You see, most people think there's only 3 things that affect the performance of your Facebook ad. So the first is obviously the creative, right? Image or the video that you run your ad with. The next thing is the ad copy. So the primary text on top, the headline or the link description. And then you have the URL or the landing page that you link your ad to. This is obviously also a big lever. What most people don't think about is the top thing you see here, which is the page name. This is actually a huge lever, as we found, for performance for creatives. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how we apply the method that allows us to run ads from other pages, not just our own business page, in a way that gives us massive increase in performance. Now, the magic with this whole strategy is how you do the naming of the page. And it's very important that you stick around to the end of this video so that you don't mess that up, because the name of the page is the whole reason why this strategy can work so well for your business. If the name of the page doesn't align with the ad, then this is not going to work for you. But if you're very intentional and strategic about how you name your page, then this could work extremely well for you, just like it did for our client here. So first and foremost, let me show you how we did this for our client. So as you can see here, I'm in the ad account. We have a creative testing campaign and a scaling campaign. Now within the creative testing campaign, what we did was every time we have a new batch of ads, we launched them in here in a separate ad set. And what we did was we launched one ad set, batch number 6, with a separate base page connected to the ads. So if we go into the ad set here, I'll show you what I mean. So under the identity section, we're running with a separate Facebook page. We also launched batch number 6 with the original Facebook page, as you can see here. But this is the brand name that we're using here. And I can't show you the brand, unfortunately, but I can still kind of show you the strategy because obviously this is our client, so we can't show all of the results because it's confidential. What I can tell you is here we have the brand page, like the normal page that we run ads to, but then we set up another page. As you can see, it's called Better Living Solutions, which is a name that aligns very well with the product. And we started running ads to that one. And with this Facebook page, we're getting amazing results. And in this video, I want to show you exactly how to do that, because this is different from partnership ad, as you can see here. Here, we're actually changing the identity of the ad. In this case, we're only doing that on Facebook placements, but Facebook for this account is where we get the best results. And that is the reason why we chose to focus on Facebook. It's also the easiest way to do this. It's a little bit different on Instagram. On Instagram, you actually kind of need to have a built out page. You need to have a lot of posts on your feed, and you need a couple of followers, because on Instagram, when people see ads, they usually click on the Instagram account and they go in and have a look at your product there. So they do the product research in platform, which is a little bit different to Facebook. People don't usually click on your Facebook page and do research there. Usually they will actually just look at the ad and click on the call to action button or the link in the primary text to go and do the research on your actual website. So it's a little bit different. And that is also why we started with only doing this on Facebook, because it will take quite a lot more work to do this on Instagram. It will take a lot more time because we then need to build out an actual page, an organic page, and that is going to take a lot of time. So before we do that, we want to prove that the name of the page works well on Facebook, and then we can transition into Instagram later on. Now, there's a couple of reasons why this strategy works so well. Number one is that when you see the page name and it aligns with the ad in terms of building context, so Better Living Solutions in this case aligns really nicely with the ad because it gives more context to what the ad is about. Usually, if you have a brand name that doesn't build on that context, then people actually have to read through the ad copy and look at the ad itself to understand what this is about. And one of the things with ads and marketing in general, the more clear things are, the more clarity you have in your marketing, the more effective it's going to be, essentially, because people aren't on social media to buy stuff. They are there to be entertained. And if we can have a page name that builds more clarity and context immediately once people see the ad, then that's going to help with the performance. Now, the second reason why this works so well is because we're not running with the brand name. So it's not the business advertising. It kind of feels more like it's a blog page or a third party that's talking talking about the product. And that is usually much better than actually the business itself being the one talking about the benefits and trying to sell you the product, because it comes off as less salesy. It's almost like you get it recommended from a third party, even though we actually own this page. But that is also kind of something hidden beneath everything here that makes this so effective. Now, we're definitely not the only ones doing this. The reason why I found this strategy was through my research. So with my creative team, we do a lot of research for our clients and we see what's going on in the industry. And we found that a lot of brands are currently doing this, and it's called whitelisting Facebook pages. And I can now also confidently tell you that this works really well because we're seeing it in our own clients' accounts as well as we're testing this. And I would be very quick on getting on this strategy because it works so well. And it takes just a couple of minutes to set this up. And I'm going to show you how you can do that for your business right now. So the first thing you're going to do is go into Facebook, then go to pages. I have it under my profile here, and you go all the way down to pages here on the left side. And then on the left side here, you can see create a new profile or page. I'm going to click that one. And then it's very important that you choose a public page. Click next and get started. Now, this is where the magic happens. This is what is important. Choosing a relevant page name that builds context and aligns nicely with your product is extremely important right here. The profile picture is also going to be very important because that is what people see. That is the whole method. That's the whole strategy here. So we need to have an intentional page name and also an intentional profile picture for the page. So to help you out, I've actually built out a full SOP for how to properly do this, and I've trained my creative strategist and GPT so that you can use it and just get all of the ideas that you need for the page name and make sure that you do this the best way, just following that SOP. So first thing you do is just ask it to help you create a whitelisted page. So I just ask it this, and before it gives you an output, it asks for context because it can't give you a good output that context, and this is part of the SOP. So I'm going to make an example now. I'm going to be HexClad. If you don't know them, they sell this non-sticky pans. Okay, so this is going to be the brand that I'm going to make this example for. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to give it a lot of context of the brand. So essentially what we could do is we can just scrape this full page. So to give the GPT more context, I'm going to just copy the URL, and then I'm going to actually create like a brief for the creative strategist with my master GPT. So I'm going to just use the agent mode. If you don't have agent mode, no problems. I mean, you can just give it all the context that you have. Essentially, it asks you a couple of questions. I like to give as much context as possible. So what I'm going to do is just ask here, make me a creative brief for this brand. I need a lot of context on the product, brand, and who they are selling to. All right, and then I'm going to give this one, and yep. So now it goes into research mode. It's going to find all of the information online about this brand. And once I have the creative brief ready, we can continue setting up the ideas for the different Facebook pages. Okay, so now we have the creative brief. So it's pretty well done, read through it, a lot of good sources. So what I'm going to do next is I'm just going to download this as a PDF. Then I'm going to come into my creative strategist and I'm going to add a file, then see attached context, put that in there. So as you can see, there's a couple different ways we can do this. So there's a couple different categories that we can choose from. One is the review style, right? So it's like a separate page reviewing the product. So a couple of good variations we could test here. Another one we could do is like a tips/blog style page. Everyday kitchen hacks, cooking smarter daily, pro chef home secrets, cookware insider tips, like all really great page names, community style, right? Like a lot of good categories we could pick from. Also here, if the product is being bought frequently as a gift, or if you are in Q4, November or December, and a lot of the revenue you're getting is people buying gifts, then it could be a good idea to run with like a gift occasion-based page name, which is like perfect kitchen gifts, best gifts for food lovers, cooking gifts 2025, right? So there's a lot of ways you can do this. You can also have trend discovery pages, expert authority pages. I think this one is the way to go for this page, for HexClad in this example. But now you have a lot to choose from. You could also go with lifestyle inspiration, problem solution pages. If you have a product that is like very problem solution oriented, and that is what works best for you in your marketing, then I would probably go with one of those. Comparison pages, seasonal event pages. Now we have a lot to pick from. And the beautiful thing here is that we can test a lot of them. We don't just have to pick one. You can start with one and then test. Now you also get some profile picture ideas that you can use, and cover photo ideas for the Facebook page, and optional bio snippets. Okay, so I actually want to walk through this example with you. So let's pick a page name. So I think Chef's Choice Cookware. This is a good one. HexClad, as you maybe know, they have Gordon Ramsay as kind of their brand face in a lot of their marketing, and that is working extremely well. So this type of angling, I think, is the one to go with. So let's go back to Facebook. Let's put in the page name. So based on my experience, the category isn't that important. I'm going to go with the blog now. And then for the bio, let's go back in here and pick one of the bio snippets. I think this top one is pretty good, so I'm going to select that one. Go back to the page, put that in there, and boom. All right, now we can create the page. Now I think we're going to have to put in the profile picture. So I'm not going to put in the contact information right now. I'm just going to put always open, click next. We don't actually care about the organic side of this page. We just want to have the name added to the ad. And now we're going to add a profile picture and a ad cover photo. So for the profile picture, in this case, I just wanted AI to create it for me. So I just put in which of the page names I chose. And then I asked it to give my profile picture in 1:1 format. I think it's pretty good. If you want to kind of manage this yourself, we've also set it up and designed this ourselves in Canva. I think the one that it put out here is pretty good. So we're going to download this one, come back to the page, and then we're going to add this to the profile. Next thing, we're going to create a cover photo. So I'm just going to do the same thing, and I'm going to ask my GPT to create a cover photo. All right, so I do think this one looks pretty good, actually. Very surprised about how amazing this looks. So let's download this. Again, feel free to use Canva to change this up. Honestly, the cover photo isn't that important. People don't really click onto the page, but it's nice to have just in case. So let's go back, upload a cover photo. I'm just gonna skip the rest. I'm not gonna inform my friends about this page. And the page health says fair. No need to worry about that. We're not gonna use this for an organic page. Only few concerns I have about this page setup is that the logo here looks like could be the brand itself, like Chef's Choice Cookware. So it might be a better idea to run with something like an image that doesn't make it look like a logo, because in this case it does, but that's besides the point. Now I want to show you how to connect this to your ad. So we've now gone back to Ads Manager, go to Business Settings, and then we're going to go to Pages. Then we're going to go to the Ad page up on the right side here, and then we're going to add an existing Facebook page. Then what we're going to do is just copy this URL on the top here. Then you're going to paste it in, click next, agree, add page, and there we have it. Now, if you wanted to connect to this with an Instagram page, you can do that. But again, if you want to do this whitelisting method on Instagram, you actually have to go in and build out a page. So I would highly recommend, if you're getting a lot of results from Facebook, or at least, let's say 50% of your results are coming from Facebook, then go in and test on Facebook first to see if the page name works for you, and then go out and build an Instagram page for it as well. And then you can connect that later so that you can do this whitelisting method using both placements on Instagram and Facebook. Now we can still use both placements, and I will show you how, but right now I just want to show you how you can now connect this page to your ads. So I'm going to go back to Ads Manager. Then just as an example right here, I'm going to go into one of the ads that I'm currently setting up for myself, for my agency, Strand Media. So once you go to the ad set, first you have to reselect the Facebook page. So in this case, we're going to serve Chef's Choice Cookware. There we found it. And then you go to the ad itself. You can use Facebook page as Instagram page, and that should work just fine. So as you can see, you can just use your Facebook page on Instagram as well, and you can use both Facebook and Instagram placements if you do so. And that's what I would recommend. And now you have it connected. So what you can do is you can just go in, set up the ad, how you want to do it, add the creative, publish it, and test it out. Then I would recommend running a separate ad set for all the ads that you're using this Facebook page for, so that you can monitor results and not blend in the results with the other ads. And then test the same ad. So if you have a couple best performers in your account, set up another ad set where you only use ads that are connected to this new Facebook page. Then run that for a while, see if it works for you. And if it doesn't work, try another page, maybe another angle, maybe one of the other categories that we got from the GPT. And yeah, go ahead and test it out. So if you found this valuable and you want to get access to the GPT that I used, link is in the description below. Click below, sign up to my email list, and I will send it to you. There's only benefits of being on my email list. I send out a lot of good marketing tips. And yeah, if you found a video valuable, I would highly, highly appreciate a like and a comment. It really supports this channel, and I'm giving all this sauce, all this value for free. So if you actually get use from it, I really, really appreciate if you can go and leave a like and a comment. And yeah, thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.